Meghan's Tragedy. Harry's mean wife loses everything after royals pampered the greedy monster. Hi friends, welcome back to Kate Middleton and the Queen new version. Meghan Markle has been and is set to remain as one of the biggest stains in history on the fabric of the British royal family. She could have had it all: respect, fame, power, dignity. Just looking back over the years before the royal family, she had a chance to erase parts of a shallow and flawed life. Instead, she settled, and she is now right back where she started, but this time with plenty of notoriety and Prince Has-Been, her puppet/husband. There she was, marrying a prince and poised to become one of the most important and loved people in the land. The press was ready for her to bring the monarchy into this century, and so were the people of the UK. She was the one everyone had been waiting for, but jealousy once again reared its ugly head in the UK just as it had in Hollywood, and all was stolen away from her. She was presented with a golden egg. Not only immense wealth, but opportunities beyond her wildest dreams. She had the chance to contribute on the world stage permanently, along with other members of the family. But no, she settled for mediocrity in Montecito. She's now looked upon as nothing more than a wannabe, clinging on to her fantasy Hollywood royal family. In Montecito, she believes she's a queen, and we don't really know the role yet that her husband will play. He settled as well. But according to a royal expert, the biggest tragedy was that she met Harry in the first place and was then somehow allowed to marry into the royal family. Mr. Daniel Howard explains to us what a toxic she-devil Meghan has turned out to be, casting vile character assassinations and disrespecting our queen, a loyal queen who is respected worldwide and has been for over 70 years. In my view, Meghan is 100% guilty of elder abuse against our queen. When I think of the good that the two of them could have done around the world, I'm really saddened by their departure from the platform offered by the Commonwealth. I now realize that the way the royal family works doesn't suit Meghan, who wants to be at the forefront of everything, the expert went on. With her narcissistic personality, she has a sick need to always be in the driver's seat, and she refuses to listen to those wiser than herself. Their behavior of chasing fame and fortune is now forever tainted by lies, misdirection, and lack of morals. The recent visits and interviews now reek of desperation to make themselves more relevant and likable by imitating the royal family. But at the same time, they can't resist denigrating it. I am really finding it annoying that Meghan likes to use her connection with the royal family at all times just to make herself seem more important, always referring to my husband's family, the royal family. He added, it was Meghan's intention all along to leave the UK for her home in California. She was desperate to remove Harry from his environment so that she could control, use, and abuse him without anyone around to stop her. He was her ticket to stardom. Due to her lack of talent and charisma, she failed as an actress, so she succeeded at what she thought was the next best thing: marrying someone rich and famous. Even before she got with Harry, she was clearly already a manipulative, narcissistic, selfish, and worthless actress. Then she wanted to play Princess Diana's card, which backfired in her face, and so now she plays the victim role, bringing down Prince Harry and their children with her. She is not only a pariah now among the royal family, but she is a pariah here in America as well, left begging for a job at Disney. But, and this is a big but, Harry is no bottomless pit of wealth. He is not Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates, so eventually that money is gonna run out as their PR team is soaking up a significant amount of their ongoing earnings. Their inability to produce any sort of decent product for Netflix or Spotify will eventually come back to bite them in the ass. They may have joined other forces, but their inability to stay relevant in a fragile world of celebrity will be their undoing. Mark my words. Their recent PR attempts have all failed, so their reputation for accepting advances and then producing nothing is growing at an alarming rate. Time is not on their side. She was nothing but a social climber and a gold digger, and she never knew when to keep her trap shut. She never intended to be part of British society, as she'd been there a couple of times, and even she knew it was a different society and outside her comfort zone. She has no appreciation of simple manners and etiquette. She was known, even pre-Harry, to be incredibly rude and abusive to others on set, never saying please or thank you, thinking herself above them. In reality, she's just a nobody with nothing valuable to offer anyone. She wanted to leave because she totally lacks ethics, both in work and family. I don't like this word, but Meghan's a selfish bitch, and everything she does is for herself. And let's not forget about her allergy to the truth. Also, remember their first Christmas card photo where they had their backs turned in the photo? I can't help but believe that they were doing that on purpose, trying to see if anyone would pick up on the symbolism that they were turning their backs on the monarchy and were planning to leave. The Sussexes thought they could manipulate the royal family to their own ends. Her Majesty the Queen is no stranger to conflict, and she has dealt with stronger, more powerful people than those jokers. While we know that Her Majesty the Queen is fond of Harry, who is after all her grandson, that can only carry him so far. The couple overstepped the boundary between right and wrong a long time ago. Had it been Meghan Markle doing all of this alone, she would have been put in her place a long time ago. After all, without Harry, in the UK, she's a nobody. Honestly, same in America, as her stint on Suits doesn't quite render her a household name. I, like a lot of people in the UK, had never even heard of Meghan before we were told that she and Harry were getting engaged. I really wish her fan base would accept that fact. To us, she was a nobody. Now, a lot of us just wish she had remained one. Would we have been bothered by her prior to the engagement announcement? Well, no, frankly. As Prince Philip put it, one steps out with an actress, one does not marry one. We had seen it all before when Prince Andrew was dating Koo Stark. We would have just seen a young man sowing a few wild oats, so to speak, and we were already used to accepting Harry's penchant for mischief. Her fan base all try to claim that she was a well-known actress in America. Yeah, that means nothing in the UK, and I doubt it's really all that accurate in the US. Meghan's true claim to fame was that she appeared in the series Suits, which granted ran for 9 seasons from 2011, with Meghan in the first seasons, but it was never popular in the UK. And was she even the star of the show? Frankly, again, no. Unsurprisingly, Nutmeg couldn't keep up the act. It must have been torture for her, having to pretend she was a nice person until she got Harry up the aisle. And tragedy? She's lied about absolutely everything since leaving, and she's now funneling money hand over fist into her lifestyle from her so-called Archewell charities. Just a low-life con artist who only wanted the title so she could have the attention she's craved her whole life. So a big fat no on the tragedy front. She's really in her element now, ripping off the royal family's name and Harry's titles because she has none of her own. Plus, I hardly believe that Prince Harry put a gun to her head and forced her to agree to marry him. She's just as guilty as he is. She conveniently decided to marry him when her career was falling apart, and then boom, Suits is back everywhere, in every single platform. Come on, let's get real. She became addicted to controversy. And poor Harry, bless him, his issues are that he's an addict. He's addicted to booze, drugs, and sex. It's why he's so easily manipulated. As long as his addictions are fulfilled, he's willing to accept most anything. This aspect of Harry explains how he blew so much of his money over the years. Where else has all the money he earned gone? He never even lived away from the palace, so he shouldn't need to call Daddy to ask for more money. Although Meghan is certainly a blemish on the history of the royal family, time will lessen the impact of her schemes, and she'll fade away to eventually being no more than a short-term blimp in our monarchy's 1,000-year-old history. Pariah describes her role very aptly. On the other hand, the men in the suits at the palace apparently saw the need to stop it from happening. She could not be allowed to top the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, the future king and queen consort. Even though no one cared about the troublesome duo, they've been pushed down the throats of everyone. Everyone fought to keep a stable, old-fashioned and traditional couple as the new leaders, because unlike the younger brother and his wife, they would do as they were told and everyone could keep their proper positions in the hierarchy. They created the world of the perfect queen. Yes, in Nutmeg's delusional mind, this has all been a tragedy. My news today has ended. What do you think about Meghan Markle? Let us know what you think below in the comments section and we'll discuss her and Harry some more. If you think my video is interesting, please share it with everyone who might like it. And don't forget to subscribe to the new version of Kate Middleton and the Queen News channel to get more videos from our team. Now thank you so much for watching. Good night and I'll see you tomorrow.